Hey guys, this is a book review for Be Useful by Arnold Schwarzenegger. It says 7 Tools for Life, so it has 7 sections in here that are lessons that he's learned throughout his entire career. I love this book. I thought it was really well written, and I'm really impressed with the different turns he's taken in his life and what he's achieved. But what's great about this book is he's not just bragging about all that he's done, which if you've done great things, there's nothing wrong with that. That can be very inspirational. But he really distills it down into these lessons for everyone. And it applies to all ages and all genders, but I do really think that this is a strong read for someone younger and maybe it's slightly more masculine just because Arnold has such a masculine tone, but you can probably tell I'm female and I loved reading this. The messages are also something that maybe I've heard, like this never think small is basically like believe in your dreams, but he does a lot of anecdotes that make you understand that he at one time was dreaming something that everyone thought he was crazy for dreaming. And that note of like believing in yourself really matters. That's how you start. So yeah, there are a lot of messages in here that are really going to stick with me, and even if some of them I have come across before, I really liked the way that he says it and the anecdotes from his own story that he shares to like back up the lesson. It's really well written. It's done in this like slightly casual way, so he does have a couple of swear words in there. Oh, you can see, wow, I opened to the page, you can see he has, oh, I don't know if that's okay to show on here. So he does use some swear words, but he does it in this way that just makes it feel like you're talking to a friend that's being real with you. So I thought it was great, like the way it was done. And I loved how he really addressed like the bodybuilding phase of his life, because I personally do kind of not take bodybuilding seriously, and he really faces that head on, talks about it, and then talks about why that was his dream, what that meant to him, and all the work that went into it. And then he relates that to like the same mindset that applied to everything he did as a movie star and then in government to try and help a lot of people. So I ended up feeling differently about that past career as a bodybuilder. So yeah, it ended up being a book that made me kind of aware of all of his achievements. So there is an aspect of I did this, I did that, I did this, but he talks about what it took and why he had that drive, and he really pieces it into these 7 sections, the 7 tools he used to get there, and then makes it really applicable to your own life. So I thought it was a fantastic read. It's the kind of thing that I could read like once a year to like refresh on, or find some new motivation in. So yeah, I think it's fantastic, but especially for younger people, maybe younger men, might be extra helpful, but definitely for all ages. I thought it was a great book.